McKeever, Jr. is the managing principal of one of the nation's most successful accounting firms, Washington, Pittman & McKeever, LLC. He is a Hall of Fame graduate of Wendell Phillips High School, has a Bachelor of Science degree in accounting, is a licensed attorney, and received 4 letters of commendation while serving in the U.S. Army. His professional affiliations are numerous and include an appointment to chairman of the Board of Directors of the Federal Reserve Bank of Chicago for 1997, 98, and 1999, and currently serves as president of Associates Racing Association. Soft-spoken and sincere, Lester McKeever came from truly humble beginnings and recalls how proud his parents were when he graduated from high school and became the first in his family to go to college.
So my parents were kind of on the outside looking in, just trying to give me those things that are necessary to be a nice human being rather than encourage and motivate in college. But once I got to college, it was one of the happiest things that they could take pride in. Neither one of them finished high school, and so I was the first to graduate and go to high school and go on to college. So I was a source of pride to them, but their pride really resulted from what they had taught me to be. And that was the result of some inappropriate kind of counseling when I graduated from high school. I had just won the Rensselaer Math and Science Award, and my counselor thought that math and science was a nice, or math anyway, was a nice support for accounting. She knew nothing about accounting, and she suggested that I look into accounting. And so fortuitously, I chose accounting as a career, and I haven't regretted it one moment.
Lester McKeever and his lovely wife Nancy have 2 children, Stephen and Susan. Now, the McKeevers have always supported them in their career goals, although Susan McKeever, now a successful practicing attorney, initially had a goal that came as quite a surprise.
The day after graduation, she told us that she was going to New York to become a dancer. That was the first time we had ever heard that, and so that was a surprise. And so she thought there was something else in this world other than an MBA and a law degree, and so she wanted dancing to be her advanced degree and for us to support her while she got her advanced degree dancing. But after 7 years, she realized what I had been saying all along, that the economics didn't necessarily work being a dancer, so she came back and went to law school.
I should just say that I don't think there's any moment in my life to date that I ever felt that I wasn't loved. So even when, I was having difficult decisions to make on my own, or choices, either as a little kid or as an adult, I never had the fear that I was going to be abandoned or just, not accepted. So that made life really easy. I think that with my parents, they never said you couldn't do something, but they always wanted to let you know every choice you make has consequences. So you really need to think through what your choices are, and they would kind of help you see what your consequences may be on both sides, and then you would have to decide which way you would go. And I think that was really helpful to start thinking critically early on. Unlike my older brother, who knew from the womb what he was going to end up doing and followed his path and worked it the whole way through, I didn't ever know exactly what I would be doing. And so when I figured out that I did want to leave dance, and I was thinking about going to law school, I just looked at my brother and said, he went to law school, he's in music, I've been in dance, I can go to law school, and I can repackage myself into something that I'm interested in with a little more power. So I did that, went to law school. I moved into Washington, Pittman & McKeever, I think 2 years ago, probably about 1.5 years into my practice, and that's just been great. I mean, besides being here and having access to all the CPAs and their expertise, but to be in the same building with my father every day is just glorious, I should say.
And my son, and I do really appreciate him, because from the very moment he knew exactly what he wanted to do and how he was going to do what he intended to do. So he picked out his own curriculum in college. He had a independent plan of study, and he said he was going to Harvard, and he went to Harvard. He said he was going to be in charge of the forum to bring the speakers in, and so he got in charge of the forum, and he brought Stevie Wonder because he had a high interest in music, so that struck up a real relationship. So all along, he knew that he was not going to be a lawyer or practice law, but he wanted to get enough of an understanding of the music business so that when he went into the music business on his own, it would support that activity.
Steve McKeever went to work in the entertainment industry. In his first major position, McKeever launched and ran Polygram Records' West Coast Business Affairs Department. He later joined Motown Records as Senior Vice President of A&R and General Manager. Most recently, Steve McKeever founded Hidden Beach Records, a Santa Monica-based record label that quickly became a leader in the music industry.
I've been extraordinarily blessed with the influences from my mother and my father. Around my house growing up was, I think, fun, and I have just almost idyllic memories of what the